Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today is a beautiful day, as you can see outside. Today we're going to be making some crain-Crain and potato leaves. So these are all the ingredients. I have my whole chicken, I have my chicken feet, pig feet, cow feet, I have my beef neck bone, I have my regular beef, my fish, onions, peppers, Maggi, and MSG, and palm oil, of course. So to start off, I'm going to wash my meat. This is the beef bone. All I had to do with this was just wash it because it didn't have anything else to do, and I put it in a pot. The next thing I'm gonna do is just cut my regular beef. This one I normally wash it after I cut it, so just go ahead and cut it into little bites like that, so that you can chew into it easily. And now I'm going to cut my cow feet. It was already cut, so all I had to do was just separate them and wash it. I did the same thing for the pig feet. Just cut it as it is and wash it. You have to always wash your meat. And then I end up putting it in the pot and pour some water on there. And yes, so the other thing I had to prep was the chicken. The chicken came with some feathers, so I had to take the feathers off. When you have whole chicken and comes with feathers, take it off and then clean it really good. And then I cut it into bites that I can have and wash it, and here it is, looking good. And my chicken feet. So for chicken feet, you have to take the nails off. You don't want nobody to bite into those nails. So I took the nails off, and this is how they look at the end. And make sure you wash them, and yeah. So then I went ahead and put all the meats. I didn't put the chicken feet and the other ones because they don't take long to boil. If I had the food processor, this would have been much easier, but I don't, so I have to boil those meats, and they are pretty hard to boil. And then I went ahead and put some Maggi because I always like my stuff to have seasoning. Now to my fish. I'm going to wash it. You always have to wash your meat. So I'm gonna wash this fish really good because I don't want the blood and all those things on there. But next is my vegetable, my potato leaves. I'm going to wash it, and I really want you to take your time when you're washing your potato leaves, because sometimes there will be sand on there, and you don't want to bite into that when you're enjoying your meal. So I always take extra time to wash my leaves. I wash it really good, and I'm going to show you the whole process, how I wash it and take the stems off and leave the hard part of the leaves, because you don't want to cook that, and I'm going to show you. So yeah, keep on washing those leaves. So yeah, here I'm showing you how to take the stuff off. So you just take the stem, like, yeah, the stem off like that, and then the hard part, the whole stick, you put it on the side as you see over there, and that's the only part that you have to deal with. So you wash all your leaves and you put them like that. When you put them like that, it's easy for you to grab, and I'll show you on the next step. So over here I went ahead and put my chicken inside because my chicken is also hard chicken, so that means it takes time to cook. So I had to add it in for it to cook with the rest of the meat. Okay, now for my fish. So all I did for my fish was use my air fryer. So when I do it, I add some salt, or this time I had MSG close by, so I just decided to rub it on there. Okay, now the potato leaves. This is how you cut it. So remember earlier I told you it's important to get those stems looking up like that, so it's easy for you to just grab them with your hand and cut it with a knife like that. You really have to be careful with this because you don't want to hurt your hand. So this is how it's supposed to look like once you're done cutting it. I know it's if you're not used to it, it's hard, but I'm used to it. So this is how the fish came out from the air fryer. I wanted it to have that dry fish effect, and that's what it had, and I was happy. And over here my meat was still cooking, but then the thing is I'm gonna cook it until the water is like almost dry, And over here I had to cut my peppers, my onions, and then I'm going to blend them and put them on the side until it's time for them to go in the pot. So you can see the water was dry almost. So now I'm going to start putting in my ingredients. I added 2 cups of water again to the pot because now it's going to cook the rest of the ingredients. I added 1 cup of palm oil. I end up using 2 cups, but at first I added 1. I think the palm oil here, I do not like them, so I always struggle with palm oil. But I went ahead and add that particular beef because it doesn't take long to cook. The meats that don't take long, like chicken feet, doesn't take long to cook, so I end up putting them like last. And then I put my ogiri. This is a specially made in Sierra Leone. My mom got it for me, so yes, that is ogiri. But if you don't have it, you can always keep it, but trust me, ogiri makes the difference when you're making your potato leaves. So I went ahead and add my MSG, and this is just to build on flavors. Some people do not like it. Everyone have their mixed feelings about it, but I like to cook with it sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And today was that day, right? So as you can see, I added some onions on top of my potato leaves. I always do that. You will see at the end, I'll show you. So then I went ahead and add my blended peppers and onions so that they can all cook together with the palm oil and then the ogiri and everything. You just put it on there and you mix it. You have to mixology, right? So my fish, I took out all the bones because I don't want nobody to bite into those bones. By anybody, I mean myself. So I'm going to add my Maggi. That's my shrimp Maggi. Again, you have to build the flavor. You want your food to taste good. So at this point, they look almost done. So I added my crain-Crain. And after I added my crain-Crain, I just went ahead and mixed it so that it can all rub in with the rest of the creatures in the pot. So after I put that, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the potato leaves. Again, I always put my potato leaves with the onions. Why? Because once the onions is cooked, that tells me my potato leaves is ready. Although the other trick is that once your oil starts sitting to the top, that tells you your food is ready. So I went ahead and put my Maggi and I mix it. I just put 1 more Maggi. I think for this whole recipe I use 2 jumbo Maggi and then 1 shrimp, and then I use I think 4 tablespoons of MSG because it wasn't really much. It looks like much because of all the meat, but it was only like 2 packs of potato leaves. So then I went ahead and add 1 more palm oil, 1 cup of palm oil, because that palm oil wasn't looking good in my eyes. I struggled. Like, I really do need some good palm oil from the motherland, Sierra Leone. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix it so that the palm oil can be evenly distributed. Isn't that looking so yummy? Wow. Go ahead and try to cook your potato leaves and crain-Crain. Don't let nobody stop you, bro. Don't let nobody stop you, sis. Go ahead and cook it. So at this point, it was almost done, almost ready, but it just needed a little bit of more kick, and that is the fish. So I end up putting the fish last because I don't want my fish to be missing with all those wild creatures. Okay, I wanted my fish to stand out, so I end up putting it last in the pot. And ding 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 ding, voila, my potato leaves and crain-Crain is ready. Drum roll, boom boom. Okay, so at this point your food is done. You have yourself some delicious pot of crain-Crain and potato leaves. And at this point, I say thank you for watching and tell me how this recipe goes for you.